Hey guys, my name is System, this is Valheim, and today we're going to take a look at how to get you set up with modded Valheim, which is pretty awesome. Yesterday's video is looking like it's doing quite well, which is amazing. Pretty much shows me immediately that there's interested in modded Valheim, so moving forward, probably be taking a look at various mods, which is pretty amazing as well. And yeah, I'm going to get you set up. You'll have access to, I think, over 200 different mods, so it's pretty cool, man. A lot of them just modify the game in some way right now. There's not many content, but that'll grow over time, right? So that's pretty cool. Also, on top of that, if you end up liking this video, please hit that like button. If you really like it, hit the subscribe button. It is always appreciated. And yeah, I'll be streaming on Twitch tonight. So down below, you'll be able to find my, link to over on Twitch. I'll put out a tweet probably about 20 minutes before when I'm going to go live. Or I guess I'll do the same thing on my Discord. So if you want to stop by any of those areas, say hello, any of that jazz, feel free, man. Feel free. Everyone is welcome. So yeah, let's go ahead and get you set up with modded. I'm also very new to this kind of video. I've never done like screen capture, so that's something I do. So I may be derpy. So I'll do my best. We'll see how it goes, and I'm going to get you set up with modded either way. So let's go ahead and get you set up with modded here. It's actually super easy, and I'm pretty pumped to do this. Notice here I have my wallpaper. It's very important. You have to have Mr. Robot wallpaper because I actually love that show. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's head over here. This is a website. It's actually called thunderstore.io. I think it's like valheim.thunderstore.io. I'll have a link down in the description anyway. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to find it super easy. And when you get here, you're going to see some stuff. And you're going to see a bunch of mods, right? All for Valheim. The main thing we want right away is this one right here. This is what it's called. R2 Modman. And this thing is basically a mod loader. It's going to give us access to all the mods really easy and super simple. So we're going to come in here and kind of tells you about it, right? What is a mod manager? It's quite simply, really, a mod manager is an application to make it easier to control which mods you have installed. So that actually sounds pretty awesome. We're going to go ahead and download that. Super easy. You are going to need a zip program like WinZip or 7-Zip. I think I use 7-Zip or WinRare. I don't even know which one to use. Guess we'll see when I open it up. I think I have both actually because some deal with some files, some deal with another one. It takes a few seconds to download it. I have no idea why my 1 GB internet is taking that long to download a 132 megabyte file, but we'll pretend that's normal. Once you have that, I have to pull that over from my other screen here. We're going to go ahead and open this up right here. Sweet, just open it up. And right away, don't extract the files. Most people would think, hey, I got to extract the files. I need to put it in a folder. We don't need these other files at all. So we're just going to double click on that. It's going to start opening up. Sweet. Set where you wanted it, installed. I only have one profile on my computer. So there you go. Just do that. Destination folder. If you want to change that, go ahead. I'm just going to go with what they say. It's going to start installing. And it actually installs really quick. I actually tested this program too and scanned it. Make sure there's no bloatware on it, which was my really only kind of worry about it with these kind of loaders and stuff. But once it's done, this is what you get. Super simple. Didn't try to install anything in the background. Great little program. And yeah, game selection. Which game are you managing mods for? Well, Valheim sounds good. And it does this thing, loads everything up. It's the mod list. Tells you to pick a profile. I've actually already had one before, so it's remembering that I had this main one. But I'm just going to select profile, and then you're here. This is actually the main screen, and it's actually really cool. So if you want to, say, start in vanilla, you can click that and actually load up vanilla. Just, no mods, right? Valheim, which is really awesome. Then you can start modded. So you can actually switch between modded and non-modded, which is really nice if you're playing in different places, right? You're on a server with your friends, there's not any mods. You can load the vanilla one and go on the server and have no issues. But you have another world where there's modded. And yeah, you want to have the separate profiles, or you know what I mean, just keep it separate. So when you go on the server, you don't get kicked off because you have a bunch of mods that you shouldn't have on a server, right? Something like that, right? So really cool, really awesome. Down here it tells you what you have installed for mods, which is pretty awesome. We don't have any yet, but the first one you're going to want to get, no matter what, is this one right here. It's called what is this one? How's it go? BEP in XPack. We want this one. And this one's basically the framework that makes most of the mods that are currently out work, right? So we're just going to go there. We're going to click download. It's going to say download with dependencies. I don't think this one actually has any dependencies, so that's pretty cool. Pick a version. Most of the time, wouldn't worry about that unless you're working with a server. We're kind of rolling it back, you know what I mean, to make it work for some compatibility issues. Then we can see our installed mods. Now, this one doesn't do much alone. This one, like I said, is just a framework, right? So we want to go ahead and get, say, Epic Loot now, right? We'll go to online. You can see here there's 274. Let's go ahead to Epic. There you go. Epic Loot by Randy Knapp. Do that right there. You can also visit on the website too. So I go over here, it actually bring up the actual mod, and you can see all the information about it too, right? So you can go ahead and look at that stuff. You can go and read the actual project files, submit issues on the GitHub, which is actually really useful. Tells you the cheat commands, tells you like there's manual installation that you can do as well. The manual, honestly, this thing does the manual installation just as well. So I don't really see a point of doing manual installation. I checked to see if it was adding like extra files or something. It's not. It's not doing anything like that. See your to-do list, all the different magic effects, all that jazz. So any mod you download, you should really read this, see what it's actually changing to your world. Don't just download random stuff. You're just asking for trouble, right? So that is a thing. Anyway, let's go here. Let's go back to Thunderstore. Actually, we need to go back to here, right? Here we go. When you click on download for this, you'll see select a version again, and it'll say download with dependencies. Sweet. This time it actually grabbed a dependency as well. It was that extended item data framework. And that's it. That's it. We already just got our mod, right? We already got the one that I set up yesterday. And that's how simple it is. It's actually super simple. Let's actually load up Valheim right there. There you go. When it's loading up, can I get that screen here? Right there. This is the BepNX. This is just the loader. It loads up everything in the background. This screen will stay up the whole time you're playing. You want to leave that up and open. I think it has to stay open anyway. That's usually how it works with most loaders. There you go. We can actually hear it doing stuff now. Then boom. See there, running BepNX 5.4.8, 3 plugins loaded, and you can open up console here. It actually does a lot of stuff in the background. And we should be able to access our world. Where's the one I set up yesterday? That one right there. And an epic loop. I don't know if my things are going to be here right now, actually, because I deleted the mod and re-added it. We'll see if it actually remembered the data or not. But effectively, the mod's working now, and it's doing everything it needs to, right? And you can do this for any mod. But like I say, you should visit the website, read the information about the mod. I'll show you a second about config files, too, because some of the mods, you can actually change the way they work and stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's definitely work. It definitely works. There's all our items. That's actually for my screenshot there. We got a whole bunch of spam. You can see it works fine. So that is how easy it is to get into modded and find mods. So pretty awesome. And okay, I just want to show you 2 more things with this mod loader because they're actually pretty important. So here I actually installed a mod here. It's called Trash Items. This mod adds a trash can to your inventory screen where you can drag and drop unneeded items to destroy them permanently. I don't really want this right now. I just wanted to show you that if you download, say, or have an older version, right, an older version of the file, you'll get this little icon here, which is a little cloud, right, with the up arrow, basically telling you can download the update, right? So if I want to update this now, I could literally just click update and then download with dependencies, and now that's gone. So every time you load this, it's good to come over here, see if there's any updates, right? Unless you're dealing with a mod pack or something. Also, when you're downloading, I guess, things, right? So down here, like I said, always check the page, but some of these are actual mod packs, right? So like here, there's a PR mod pack. Let's visit on the website here, and you'll see here, this is actually a whole bunch of different mods, and that might not be what you want, right? So you're probably better off downloading the individual mods that you want. I guess, you know what I mean, individually. I mean, you can come here, look at this, and look what people are using, right? And this one has forced PvP. But anyway, so yeah, just check what you're doing. Make sure you're only downloading what you actually want. Like I said, mod packs, you may not want those at all. I don't think it's really ready for mod packs at all whatsoever, but it is a thing. Here's one I'm looking at, actually, Equip Wheel. This mod adds a user interface for equipping using items in an easier and faster way with gamepad support. I don't care about the gamepad support, but nice having a wheel to actually equip your items and switch between them might be pretty nice. I may try that at some point, but pretty cool there. The other thing I want to show you is the config editor. So depending on how the mod dev has it set up, they'll have configs for their mods, right? So we go down to, I guess, Epic Loot here, go to edit config, sweet, and you'll see that you have these different settings you change. And this one here looks like it's mostly color. So I can change the color of the magic rarity color. Looks like it has, what's the option used in HTML? You can use hex color. That's pretty awesome. So you can pretty much set it to any color. Then he has some automatic ones set up here. So you can use red, yellow, orange, green, teal, indigo. You know what I mean? You just type in that color. And then when you load up the game, instead of showing us magic, it shows that color instead, which is awesome. Really cool and pretty sweet. And it looks like he has it set up for all of them. This guy actually labeled it really well. Some devs do not label their configs very well as to what they actually do, but he's actually done a really good job here. You know exactly what you're doing. Oh, you can also change the name of the rarity display name. I could call it, let's call it derp tier, right? The magic level is derp tier, but I could do that. I could change that. I click save up here, and that would make those changes, and that's cool. Also, with configs, generally, if you go to config editor again, here, if you actually delete the config, when it loads up the packing game, I guess the game again, it'll generate a new config. That's just the way configs work. The actual mod itself, the DLL, generates the config if it's not there. So if you messed up something really big with your config, make sure you delete it, then try loading it again, and then hopefully, unless you totally wreck something, yeah, it should come back. A lot of configs you shouldn't touch too, like BEP in X. I wouldn't touch this thing at all. It doesn't look like there's too much, but this one's too important. Leave it alone unless you're like working on a server or something and trying to fix something in the background, right? So yeah, definitely don't mess with the important ones, but the ones that actually add content or modify the game in some way, if they have a config, typically it is something that, you know, if you don't know what it is, don't change it. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, that's a thing. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. And that's pretty much how easy it is to get into modded. And there's lots of mods here. You can go through, pick which ones you want. Be aware that if you start adding 10, 20, 30 mods, you might start seeing lag in your world. Because you got to remember, these are just independent mod devs making these mods. And no one probably knows the optimal way of like interacting with Valheim's code yet. Especially since it's been just put out. Minecraft's been out for years. The mod devs still come to issues, create lag in world all the time. So be careful what you use and kind of watch it as you're using and installing what's kind of happening to your world, right? So just be aware of that stuff. So you're set up with modded now, everything works, and yeah, that is pretty awesome because it's actually really simple. And okay, there you go. You have all the information you need to get yourself into modded, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. I hope you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.